Okay, here I'm just having a simple heads-up match on Viridian with someone called Mishaa, who I've never met before. So the aim of the first few hands is basically to identify what sort of player she is. So she's not raised the first hand, which automatically tells us she's not a huge raiser, but she has just fired 6k into a 4k pot. So I can automatically tell she's a pretty bad player, because that's just an unjustified raise. So here my basic heads up strategy is always attack from the button. You want to be really tight in the big blind and really loose on the button. Here we've just top flop top pair, which is an amazing hand. Heads up, and we've just turned a flush draw. But I don't think she has anything, so I'm just going to check and see if I can make her fire on the river. No, she doesn't, but so I'm just going to put in a nice half pot bet, see if she'll call. No, she doesn't. That just pretty much confirms that she will call or nothing. So I'm not going to try any bluffing, I'm just going to fire on my good hands. Ace nine, that's good enough to call out of position, but I'm still going to be very tight. And she's shown interest in the pot, so I'm just going to let her do that. Okay, she doesn't seem to show any aggression if she hasn't hit. So if she raises, we're going to be very aware that she's probably got a strong hand. Oh, and that river just basically brings a 4-card flush to the board. So if she bets, she's probably got it. Yeah, an overbet into the pot. She's not betted before, so I'm going to give her credit for it. So she's been quite passive in her calls, but she tends to over-raise when she has hit, is the general guess of what I've got at the minute. And she doesn't like to fold pre-flop either, it seems. Now she's just going to call anything. I'm just going to check down on my ace high here. I've also got a real draw if I can make a straight for 2. I'll just keep checking it. Yeah, she's pretty much just confirmed what I thought. She just checks it down if she's missed, but she'd probably have called that, regardless. We've got an open-ended straight here, so I'll just min-bet that. I'm going to make a straight with a 9 or a 4. I'm just going to go ahead and check. There's no need to put any extra chips into here. Now, I've not made a hand, but she's shown an absence of interest in this pot, so I'm just going to see if I can steal it. And yeah, we've pretty much confirmed she will call the flop and the turn on pretty much nothing, but she won't call the river unless she's made some sort of a hand. And 3-8 suited is just too bad to do anything with, so I'm just going to fold that. So I've already got a lot of information. She raises heavily when she makes any sort of hand. She'll call the flop and the turn on nothing, but she automatically folds the river if she doesn't hit, and she will call on any 2 cards pre-flop. See, I've not seen her fold yet when I've raised one of my hands. And again, I've missed the flop, so I'm just going to check it down. If she checks, I'm just going to bet for value on my ace high, because more than likely I'm still ahead. So since she will call on any 2 cards, I'll just try and extract a bit of value from my ace high. As in the long run, that will make me some money. Here we go again, she's probably just made something of her. She's just overbet the pot. Sooner or later though, I'm going to catch her out when she does that, and I'm going to actually have a hand. Yeah, 4-8 offsuit's good enough just to limp in. Since she doesn't punish any of my limps, so I'm just going to check it down. No, I've just picked up a pair, so I'm just going to min-bet into the pot, since she's going to call on anything. Now I'll just check the river unless I improve. Yeah, I'm just going to check that. Oh, she actually had something that time. That's strange though, because based on her past actions, we expected her to bet that hand if she's just made top 2 pair. So that's just made me very curious on what she's actually overbetting these pots with, if she doesn't do that on a 2 pair. It's completely missed, so I'm going to check it down. If she was a type player, I might consider betting, but it's not going to work, so there's not much point. Pocket 7s. I'm going to increase my raises since she's calling on anything. Oh, she started to fold now that I've started raising bigger. Or she might have just had a really junk hand that time, I'm not sure. Queen 7 suited, I'll just check that. She loves to call, so I'm just waiting for my hands. Oh, queen, so I'll just bet 2k into that. Yeah, she doesn't call the river or nothing. Five, 3. Normally I probably wouldn't play this, but she hardly ever raises pre-flop, so it's worth seeing a flop. You're going to get paid off quite well with her. I just want to keep the pot small, since it's quite easy to build a pot with her, because she just loves to call. I'm just going to take a stab at this with her. Nah, she called that time. Yeah, she pair of eights. But notice that's the sort of hand she should be betting the flop with, so she's just not extracting much value out of us for her hits. 5-2 off. That's not worth anything. I'm just gonna give up on this. I flopped nothing. Yeah, and here come those overbets again. She seems to either do nothing or she bets more than the pot. As the match progresses, we're going to get more of a feel for what she's actually doing. But the fact that I'm not getting any hands when she does that does indicate that she probably has some form of hit. I'm just going to see what happens if I bet 8k into this one. She started folding a bit more now, so I can start doing a few pot steals. Seven, 8 suited. That's quite a good hand. Oh, she's shown some aggression, so I'm just going to flat call that. To see what she does. Now, if she bets here, she probably doesn't have anything. Now, you can see by the speed of that bet, that's just a continuation bet. So I'm going to see if I can steal this. Yeah, there you go, I've stolen it. I can tell by the speed of that bet, she made up her mind that she's going to bet whatever came on the flop. And the only thing she could have hit was a jack or pocket, so the odds weren't with her. Yeah, I've got 4. I'll just check that. Maybe 5 on the river. I've got a set now, so I'll just fire 2k into that pot. Oh. I'm just going to look her up here because she's done that on quite a wide range of hands. There we go, she just did it on 4-3. And we've just taken down 100k there. So she is over raising on some quality hands. So we don't want to be calling her unless we do actually have the decent hand. But there wasn't much that could beat us there. Yeah, I'm just going to let her be a maniac and fight into these pots. Just wait for another good hand. $3-7 off. That's just not even worth 1k. So I'll just throw that one away. pretty worthless hand. No, but she's folded on the button, so I'll take those blinds. Nine-5 off. I'll just see if she'll let me limp. No, she won't, so I'll just throw that away. I don't want to get into any large pots on a hand like 9-5 suit, since she's made it quite clear that she's going to bet the flop regardless of what hits. So I'd rather go in with a better hand. I'm just going to limp on this one, obviously because I'm out of position. We've hit top pair, but let's just see if she'll bet at it. If not, we'll bet the turn. No. Normally I would attack, but I wanted to see if she would bet at it. She's got quite a strange style of play, but she over-raises any hits, but she doesn't like calling much else. 10-3 suit, it's just not worth it. It's not so much the 1k blinds, it's the fact that if you hit a 10 on the flop and she had a hand like 10 jack, you're just going to be losing more and more chips. Again, here we've got a flush draw, so I'm just going to build the pot a tiny bit here. Just building it. Hope we hit the flush. Yeah, if she had anything strong, if she had a 9, I think she'd have raised by now. But I'm not sure if a bluff would work, so I'm just going to check it. I don't think she has a 9. No, there you go, she's just got an 8. You could tell from her past actions, if she did have a 9, that she'd have re-raised quite heavily in that spot. I just got 5-8 offsuit. Just check it down. I've got an open-ended draw now, but the problem here is there are 3 diamonds on the board. If there weren't the 3 diamonds, I would call. But yeah, if you've got, I need a 4 or a 9, but it can't be a diamond, so that just devalues my draw. So I just let her take that one. So these are just low garbage hands, it's not worth doing anything on pre-flop. I've got a diamond draw again, so I'm just going to bet out. You don't want to just passively call with these draws, because especially when you're out of position, you just want to win the pot there and then. Heads up, a flush draw isn't something you want to be putting in a lot of money on. Yeah, I'm just going to call. I'm getting too good pots to fold this instantly. Again, I think she's just, yeah, she must have some sort of high cards, so I might be able to buy this. Yeah, there you go. She's probably had 2 overcards or like something, or king 9 or something like that. Well, king jack, I'll raise this. Oh, she's raised for me, so I just call. She's got an ace. She's probably might have hit that ace. She's raised pre-flop. Yeah, there's nothing I need runner to do anything, so I'm just going to fold that. I'll just give her credit for an ace in that spot since she raised pre-flop. We've got an ace on the button, so we'll raise that. Now we'll take down the blinds. Obviously, if she just keeps folding like that a lot, you would just raise on a lot more hands, and you just really punish them for folding. Here we've just got a paired board, so I'm just going to fire, see if she's got anything. No, she folds, so we'll just take that pot. She seems to have become tight for some reason, so I'm just going to exploit that with a few raises. So queen 7 off is good enough for a raise if she's feeling tight. There you go, we just take down the blinds again. She's just randomly rebuying for the blinds for some reason. Jack king off, that's a good hand, we'll raise. Yeah, she's had enough of folding now, she's just calling. So I'm just going to check. Yeah, she's got quite a fast check. I don't think she's either slow paying or she's not happy. But there's nothing she'll fold that king high doesn't already have beat. Not ace changes nothing. If she had an ace, she had us beat already. But from what we know of her, if she's got a hit, she'll bet it. Yeah, there you go. She hasn't been betting on nothing, as far as we know. Yeah, queen 4 suited, I'll raise that. Just no fancy plays, I'm just playing straightforward poker. She'll probably fold. Oh, she's not been calling that, so I'm just going to check down. She might have a 7 or an ace here. That's strange that she doesn't bet at all, though. Yeah, there you go, she's got the ace. Might be losing slightly, but against this sort of player, I'm just going to win quite a lot in one hand. So I just need to wait for that hand. Whereas tighter players, it's more of a gradual climb, you just keep eating away at the blinds. Yeah, we've got 6 high. If she checks it twice, we might take a stab at the river. Yeah, we'll take a stab at the river. She doesn't like calling on nothing, I don't think. Unless she's gotten some for that. Now I'm just going to slow down the pot steals again, since they don't seem to be working. King 2 offsuit. That's just you don't want to go in on that sort of kicker. Oops. Pocket 9, so I'll raise this one up to 2 big blinds. It's just standard raise. And she calls. She's not going to bluff me, I've already established that. And there are a lot of draws on that flop, so I'm just going to go out and attack this. If she calls, she's either paired or she's got one of the draws. See that there's just too many hands that can draw out on me here. I feel ahead, but she's definitely got some sort of draw, so I'm just going to bet out. There you go, just force her off the hand. I didn't want to see a river card on that hand, or at least not cheaply anyway. Yeah, 3 queen suited, that's not worth calling a raise on. Ten 5 off, we'll check. No, she's started betting a lot, so she's probably not doing it on very good hands. So if she keeps betting like this, I'll just call or on some mediocre hands. No, she's stopped betting, so that's good. I've got a gut shot and 2 overcards here, so I'm just going to bet that out. So she's probably not got a piece of that flop. Any 3, 5 or 6 will give us the good hand. Ah, she folds anyway, so we'll take down the pot. Four or 5 off, we'll just check that. Yeah, we're open-ended, we need a 2 or 6, so I'll go ahead and try and steal the pot. If she calls, I've still got outs to draw out on her. Yeah, she calls, so I'll need one of my outs. I've got a pair of 4s though now, so I'm just going to check that down. Yeah, I'm just going to check. If she called on nothing, I have a beat anyway. I just want to call her. I just want to see what she's doing this on. Yeah, she is doing it on made hands. I thought she was. I just wanted a bit of metagame information on what she was doing. I just didn't want her to be bluffing me constantly and not know it. But she has been betting out on strong hands, it seems. We've got a mid pair here, so I'll bet out this flop. Strong enough to bet. I'll bet the turn, and if she calls this, we're probably in trouble. Yeah, we're just going to check down this river. I don't think I've got this pot. Unless she had a heart's draw or something like that. No, she's just called on a gut shot straight. She needed a 9. So she's not calling on no hands. She likes to call on over pairs or any sort of bad draw. So I'll exploit that, which, like I did with the bucket 9s when I flopped a set. I'll just push very aggressively. So if she wants to chase those sort of draws, she's going to have to pay to do it. A5 off, check that. Yeah, they're all high cards, so I've got no piece of that flop. I'm still just trying to figure out what it means if she takes this. Does this mean she's got no interest, or is she trying to make me bet? No, she's got no interest in it. She just got lucky on the river. So I'll remember that in future. That was genuine. 10-7 off, but we're on the button, so I'm just raising because I'm on the button. Yeah, I should fold anyway, so I'd take down the blinds. Which is pretty much what we wanted. We didn't want to call there. We just wanted to mix up the play a bit. 3-9 off, that's not worth anything. We've got bullet pair, I'll bet that. Yeah, it's only worth one bet though. Oh, now we've got a set, so it is worth more than one bet. I'll bet that one again. If she calls, she probably has something. I'm hoping she's got an ace and she'll call this. So I'm just going to go ahead and bet about 2/3 of the pot. Yeah, she had ace queen, so we get paid off there. Yeah, we've got suited ace on the button, we'll raise that. And she calls. We flopped a mid pair, so I'll press that. No, I'm just going to raise to 6k still. If she's not got a queen, I don't want her to draw cheap. There you go, she's just folded. I'm just eating away at chips down now. I've just gone up about 50k. Let's check. I'm open-ended, so I'm just going to bet out of the flop. If she calls, I've still got outs. There you go. Remember, I'm betting that flop as a semi-bluff. And it's a lot better to do your steals on the hands that can improve. You don't want to passively play those draws, but you don't want to shove a lot of money in them either. I've got shot an ace high, which is probably best, so I'm going to check. This is what you do. You steal if you have no chance of winning, but if you've got something like a high card, you may as well just check it down. She had a 3, so I lost that pot. She has just pretty much reinforced she will call my pre-flop raises on crap hands. I'm just going to see if I can steal this, because I can't win at showdown, I don't think. No, she's not having it. I've picked up a gut shot on the turn, so I hope I'll make a 10-9 or jack on the river. It doesn't come, so I'm just going to check it down. Yeah, she's got something strong to do her usual overbets. She always does that on strength. Which is quite good for us because it means we can just make easy laydowns. Not that we're calling anything anyway. King 10 off, we'll raise that. And she folds. What's interesting is that she'll call sometimes on 3-4 offsuit, but she's probably folding similar hands, so that's just makes no sense. Why would you call 3-4 suited out of position and then fold quite a lot? Bottom pair, so I bet. But again, it's only worth one bet. I don't want to pay her off if she's got anything. Yeah, I'll lay that down. She's re-raised me. Easy lay down. You've got straights out there and you've got higher cards. And the silly connectors will raise that. She seems to be loosening up, maybe. I got no piece of that flop, so I'm just going to try and steal it on a continuation bet. Yeah, then we take it down. But you don't want to do continuation bets like that every time you miss. That's a sort of play you probably want to use quite a lot, but if you make it a habit, people are just going to start trapping you. So you want to make sure that it's still somewhat of a mystery. I'm just going to bet out on my queen high here because it's a paired board. I don't think she's got a piece of it. Let's check that down. See what she's got. She scored me down on ace high. But the question is, did she think the ace high was good, or was she just trying to chase? 3-2 off, fold. Again, we just got some garbage hands here. Just check down. Jack high could still be. Oh, she's just checked very fast there. We remember this from last time she did that. She was very weak, so I'm going to take a stab at this part and try and steal it. She might have picked up the flush on the river or something like that, so I'm just going to throw that away. Not that I could call on anything. Just need to hope for another good hand to get paid off on, like I did with the set. Just fold that. Don't call the pre-flop raises. I want to keep the pots fairly small. I don't want to get involved on Jack 8 offsuit to a re-raise like that. Five ace off. I'll raise that. Yeah, I bet that out. I've hit my ace. I'll just play this aggressively. Ooh, that 9 on the turn is going to slow me down a bit though. I'm just going to bet out because I know if she's got a 9 she's going to re-raise me, so if she does that I can get away from it, but she doesn't, so she just folds. If she did re-raise me, that would probably indicate that she had a 9, but my guess on this is she probably decided to chase another gut shot draw or something like that. She probably had a hand like 7-10 or 7-8, something like that. She's deciding to chase a straight. Jack 8 off, I'm just going to call that. I don't want to get re-raised off again. And she checks quite fast. Oh, well, the checker diamonds and the mid pair. So I'm going to bet that out. take that down. Five off, I'll just check that. Queen jack suited. Queen jack offsuit, I'll raise it. Got high suited connectors. And she calls. Again, I'm just going to try and steal it with a continuation bet because I've missed. But she calls, so I'm just going to shut it down unless I make something. Although it pairs the board, so it makes it less likely that she had anything. So she might be calling me on ace high. I've got a queen here, but the question is, what did she call the flop with? I'm just gonna do a small bet. Oh, you've got a bet for value, but it's quite easy to get away from if she does re-raise me. Yeah, she folds. She hasn't made any sort of fancy moves, so I'm always sure that if she does re-raise me in a spot like that, it's going to mean strength. Again, she might have called on a flush draw, or she might have called on some sort of wave card. 7-6 off, that's just easy lay down. She probably had some high pocket pair or something and just decided to push all in, which is rather stupid really. She just completely wasted a good hand more than likely. Yeah, we got an ace, so just raise that. Yeah, that's a really bad flop for us. But there's nothing she'll fold that we already have beat, that we don't already have beat, so there's no point in betting. So I'm just going to check it down. There, we've just made an ace high straight. Hopefully she'll think what's on the board is good, so I'm just going to overbet this pot a bit, so I'll put 10k into 12k. She might think what's on the board is good. Yep, that's exactly what she does. It's quite awkward to fold in spots like that, but it was quite obvious we probably raised on an ace, so I'm not quite sure what she was thinking. 10-5 off, I'll just call that. Yeah, she's just all-inning any decent hands now. But I still don't want to get too involved. I mean, I can outplay her after the flop, so there's not much point in going all in unless she's doing it a lot. I mean, she's done it twice, but she's not exactly doing it like a maniac enough to justify calling on any ace at this stage. She's probably doing it on things like an ace or pockets, which is good for us because that just means she's wasting all of her good hands and we get away cheap. 6-7 off, I'm just going to check that since she's shown a lot of aggression lately. I've picked up a 6, so I'm going to bet that. She probably might be calling a gut shot. She's either calling on a gut shot and she's going to fold, or she's had a 10, or she's just picked up that ace. So the solution is either she had a gut shot and she's going to fold, or she has us beat and she'll call. So there's no point in betting here. She had a. That's one of the rare things she could have had that we could have gotten paid off with. But in general, I felt that the only thing she'd call on would have me beat, so I didn't want to bet. It was interesting see if she'd have called up with a bet on that or not. She might prefer to go on the river just with 2 pairs or stronger, you never know. She might be folding low pairs sometimes. Yeah, well, an old diamond flop move, not got a diamond, so I'll just take a stab at this. She's not got a diamond either, she'll probably fold. yeah, we take it down. Yeah, so if you have absolutely no chance at a showdown, you're better off to bet. If you've got an ace high or some sort of diamond, you'd have just checked there and hoped you picked it up. But in that case, we just wanted the pot to be over. Yeah, we're just eating away at a pot here. I'm just going to min raise on king 6 off. And again here, there's nothing she'll fold that I don't already have beat. And there's nothing much I can beat if she has paired, so I'm just going to check it down. Oh, I've made a king on the river, so I'm just going to min bet that, try and get a couple of K out of her. She folds. I probably had it all the way if she's folded that. Which is the general reason why I just checked, rather than try to steal it. So I felt I had the hand, but it wasn't strong enough to value it. There you go. She just keeps wasting all her strong hands on all ins. So every time you go into a normal pot, you've probably got the stronger hand. Yeah, 5-7 off, which is not the case with 5-7 off suit. You definitely don't have the stronger hand. Yeah, at this stage, if I get any decent hand, like a decent ace or pockets, I'm just gonna call. Because she's just being a maniac now. Yeah. Just check and just keep the pot small as I can. Got a gut shot here if we hit a queen. Actually, that's made us a straight as well. We've got a straight now. I'll bet that out. Hope she's got some sort of pair or gut shot. Yeah, I'll bet that out. I hope she's got something like a king. No, she just called on a gut shot again. So I've got to be very aware on these rivers that she could have hit a gut shot. I mean, obviously she's not going to have a gut shot all the times that I've said, but it's quite a likely hand. She probably had something like a queen or an ace. She probably called that because she wanted to hit that, either the queen or the ace. There you go, we've got pocket queens here. I'm going to attack this part. Ah, there we go, we finally got the hand to call it all in with. Let's just see, she's probably got an ace. She's just got 9 king. Ooh, no club. There you go, we've taken down a stack. And that's a nice way just to win a healthy 230k. Just saying, good game.